The miracle had gone to the wrong address, which it hadn't. She came into the shop, and had it not been closing time, I might easily have granted her the prize for the brightest thing the shop had seen that dank autumnal day. Not the most difficult award in the world to win on that day, and in that shop. Not many of her age group ever come into my bookshop, and when they do, it's usually for all the wrong reasons. Which may be my sour, middle-aged way of saying that all teenagers are, as the lady said of Lord Byron, mad, bad, and dangerous to know. Stare in silence long enough at anyone, and you will flood their minds with remembered sins. It has never worked with me because, and I say this with a certain regret, my sins have all been utterly banal, not worthy of remembrance. Sins of omission.
You Mayer?
Mr. Mayer.
You worried about your sexuality or something?
My problem is much less complicated. I simply want to close the shop.
And you don't reckon me a member of the great book-buying public?
Frankly, I don't.
Should have worn my other jeans. The ones with the 6A level patches.
I'm sure I'd find them fascinating, but some other time.
Hang about. Hang a bloody bout.
Another 5 minutes and I'm going home.
Don't bet on it.
I never bet.
Watch it. Your halo's showing.
And your 5 minutes is ticking away.
Harama.
Yes?
That ring any bells for you?
Somewhere in Spain, isn't it?
Let's not play silly bloody games.
All right. What does he want this time?
He wants to see you.
Why?
I've got wheels outside. Suppose I take you to see the man.
I shut up shop and followed her outside. The wheels she mentioned had a chassis and an engine, had a price tag that weighed in at around £15,000, and bodywork that had not seen water since the last brisk shower of rain. And somehow, don't ask me why, I found this reassuring.
Do you want to drive?
I don't.
I'll bet you don't drink or smoke either.
You're absolutely right.
I'd say that all adds up to a pretty negative sort of person.
Depends on how you define negative.
I define it in terms of things I hate.
All right, then. I hate cars, alcohol, and tobacco. But most of all, I hate amateur psychiatrists. Now, let's just go wherever we're going. Seated beside her in the car, I was suddenly more aware than I should have been of the autumn city. The lowering buildings, people, the deathbed extravagance of the trees in the parks, the urban generosity of the sky, all sere and yellow. Mirror image of myself, or perhaps more accurately, what I'd allowed myself to become.
Have you known him long?
You mean the man you're taking me to see?
Who else?
I hardly know him at all.
Yeah?
Never met him outside the shop.
Uh-huh.
You're making a mysterious mountain out of a mundane molehill.
I know my grandfather.
Which is more than I do.
He's a very devious person.
A traffic light halted us, and as we sat there patiently, its red light hung on the encroaching dark like a birthmark. Her hands on the wheel looked brown and capable. Her fingers wore no rings. Then the light changed, but the subject of conversation remained the same.
I wonder what he wants.
Mankind would have been immortal if Eve hadn't been so nosy.
So who wants to live forever?
Your grandfather's a very devious person, you said. What else is he?
He's a sick man.
Physically or mentally?
I'll leave you to make up your own mind about that.
That's an answer.
The best you'll get from me?
Ever get the feeling you've been here before?
What do you want about now?
This is the second time you've driven up this street.
Very observant. Now I know another thing about you.
Was that the object of the exercise?
Of course.
I don't quite understand why.
My grandfather has a great respect for my judgment of people.
Are you old enough to have any?
I'm old enough not to rise to that kind of bait.
That sounds as though you'd already made up your mind about me.
I have.
Am I allowed to hear the verdict?
No.
The darkness was moving in, and car headlights began to make their appearance like mechanical fire.